Is anybody there?
I'm sorry, sir. We don't allow the public past the front desk.
Oh, really?
We're pretty strict about it, as a matter of fact. Otherwise,
Well, what?
well, anyone can walk through.
Exactly. Even Her Majesty's Inspector of Constabulary, for example.
Very funny, sir.
Hey, what are you doing out of bed? I'm just bringing you this.
I'm fine, Dennis, honestly.
If you were fine, we'd still be in Spain.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Don't be silly.
Oh, I still feel awful about us cutting the honeymoon short.
Well, better safe than sorry.
Maybe.
Listen, I'm only going in for a couple of hours, catch up with a few things. You take it easy, yeah?
I promise.
Sarge, didn't think you were back from Spain to the weekend.
Aye, nor did I, Bellamy.
So what happened?
Well, Jenny hasn't been feeling too good this last couple of days.
I'm sorry to hear that, Sarge.
It's just a bug. But we decided it made sense to come back early, give her a chance to recuperate at home. So I thought I'd put my head round the door here, make sure everything's tickety-boo, bearing in mind that we have an inspection due in a couple of weeks' time.
Oh, yeah, everything's tickety-boo, Sarge.
But look at it. What's been going on?
A very good question.
And who might you be?
The name is Craig. And you would be?
I'm Sergeant Merton. I'm in charge here.
Oh, really? Well, that may not be the case for very much longer.
Will someone tell me what's been going on?
Blimey, look at that. What is it, another bill? No, a bank statement. Do you know, I can't believe how much money I've got.
Have they made a mistake with the number of noughts?
No, they haven't, David. Do you know, it's true what they say. Money makes money. Aye? What with the posh house sold at a tidy profit and the proceeds banked, if I lived to be 100, I couldn't spend all the money I've got.
Hang on, how can money make money?
Still, I'm not complaining. Let's get to the garage, David. Bernard should have finished servicing the Bentley by now.
So you're telling me he actually is an inspector of constabulary?
Yes, Sarge. He's staying at the Aidensfield Arms. Apparently he's in the area on holiday, and last night his car was stolen from the car park. He's not best pleased about it.
Well, he clearly wasn't best pleased to call at the local police station and find the place in complete chaos either.
Ashfordley Police Station.
Complete chaos. That's a bit strong, Sarge. We've been pretty busy, Sarge.
Yes, I see. Can I have your name and address, please, sir? Ta. We'll send someone round straight away.
Busy sitting on your backsides by the looks of things. You know we're due for an inspection in a couple of weeks' time. If Craig makes known officially what he's seen here today, then heaven help us.
That was a gentleman called Brooks. He's been away on holiday, and his house has been burgled.
As if we didn't have enough problems. Right, Crane, you look into that. Bellamy, have a word with Craig about his car. And Ventress, this office isn't shipshape pronto. You'll be on nights for a month.
Do you know, it just hasn't felt right driving round in that truck whilst I was waiting for you to sort her out.
I'm getting more and more worried about you.
Eh? You missed a bit, David.
Used to be quite happy driving round in the truck. You're getting obsessed with appearances.
Nothing to do with appearances, Bernard. I'm the same person I always was. It's just now I have the wherewithal to enjoy the finer things in life. And what could be finer than owning one's own Bentley?
That's true. I suppose you getting that money has had its compensations.
Every Bentley is an engineering masterpiece, Bernard.
Uncle Frank once took me to a Bentley owners' rally. You know, at Castle Howard it was. That's when I first fell in love with them. It was a magnificent sight, seeing all the different models set out in those grounds.
I imagine it was. Do you know, it's about time someone organised a similar event.
That's someone meaning you.
I'll talk to Lord Ashfordley.
You don't think he'd let you hold it up at the hall, do you?
Why not? He's a Bentley owner himself. Keys, David.
He's also got experience of you organising events for him.
Don't be so negative, Bernard. I'm sure he'll leap at the chance.
How do you mean it's all gone?
All of it. Every last stick we own. Look. Our next door neighbour says they came in a removal lorry 3 days ago. They were very polite, explained they were doing our removal, loaded everything into a van and drove away. I mean, well, the house is sold and we are moving, but not for weeks. I mean, we haven't even booked a removal firm yet.
I see. I best have a talk with the neighbours.
Yeah, he's a bird watcher. Checked in a couple of nights ago.
He went out this morning hoping to see a lesser spotted something or other, and his car had vanished.
The hopping mad he was. I told him to go down and play hell with you lot.
Yeah, well, thanks, Oscar. He only happens to be one of Her Majesty's Inspector of Constabulary.
Really?
Yeah, played merry hell with Merton.
Dennis is on his honeymoon?
No, he and Jenny came back early. She was feeling a bit off colour.
Oh, that's awful.
Excuse me a minute.
Well, you better buck your ideas up then. HMIs have the power to sack chief constables. He could make mincemeat out of you lot.
That's it, Oscar. You look on the bright side, eh?
Yeah.
Orange juice, please.
Coming up.
And do you have a bus timetable?
Oh, no, sorry, I don't think we have.
How am I supposed to get to Ramby Moor if I don't even know when the bus goes?
Well, we'll try and find one for you, sir.
It's most inconvenient being without my car.
I'm sure it is.
Well, I'm sure the local bobbies will find it for you, sharpish.
You think so, do you?
Oh, aye. They're a dedicated bunch.
Yes.
Right then, Gina. Where is he then? This Craig bloke. Mr. Craig. How about your car?
Scripps! Good morning, Lord Ashfordley.
I gather you've had some good fortune.
I have indeed. My ship has finally come in.
Funny, we were just talking about ships coming in, weren't we?
Sorry?
That's all right. Private joke. Burgess. Edward Burgess.
Vernon Scripps.
They look wonderful together.
Don't they just?
Now, Charles, I must go. You'll give that proposition further consideration?
Well, I will indeed. Sounds almost too good to be true. Huh?
Scripps.
So, what brings you here, Scripps?
I'd like to hold a grand rally for Bentley owners, celebrating the finest engineering mark ever achieved by man.
Decent idea. Where do I come into it?
Well, I'd like to hold it here, in the grounds.
Yes, I have memories not altogether pleasant of other occasions when you've used my grounds.
Ah, yes. Well, you are looking at a different Vernon Scripps now. Needless to say, there could be a considerable financial advantage for both of us in it.
Well, perhaps you'd care to elaborate over a gin and tonic, huh?
Oh,
They spent the entire day at the house, apparently. Loaded everything into a van. The neighbours even made them a cup of tea. Then they just...
Said cheerio and drove away?
That's right, Sarge. It's unbelievable.
Well, it shouldn't be. I found this memo at the bottom of a pile on my desk. There have been similar incidents in Scarborough. Division sent this a week ago.
I see. Even so, Sarge, we couldn't have stopped it.
That's not the point, Crane. What's the point of Division sending memos like this if nobody bothers to read them? What happened with Craig, anyway?
Yeah, I took his details and we promised that we'd get his car back as soon as possible, Sarge.
Well, make sure you do.
Sarge, it's Jenny on the line for you.
Jenny?
Dennis,
I don't feel good.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I feel faint.
Well, I'll get right back. You stay in bed, all right? I have to go. When I get back, I want to see some real progress here, all right?
And naturally, there'll be a large hospitality tent dispensing champagne, oysters, canapes, all the fine things that your Bentley owner would expect.
And you're offering to share the proceeds?
Exactly. I also want to pay a ground rent.
Well, I don't think that'll be necessary.
Oh, I insist. I was thinking of...
Well, that's very generous.
Well, business is business, and it is to both our advantage.
In which case, I suggest you charge substantial prices for entrance as well as in your hospitality tent.
Of course. If people want quality, they must be prepared to pay for it.
Indeed. Well, let's drink to it then, shall we? Cheers.
Cheers.
You see, one always has to be alert to the next financial opportunity.
Oh, I'm with you there.
Well, then perhaps you should talk to Edward Burgess.
Why, is he some sort of financial advisor?
Well, I'm not sure exactly. I haven't known him long. But he's a very wealthy man. He's been trying to persuade me to become a name.
A name?
You know, Lloyd's, shipping insurance, that sort of thing.
Oh, I'm with you now.
You ever thought of it?
I can't say that I have.
Edward says it's the best financial move a chap could make.
Perhaps I might just have a word with him.
Jenny? Jenny!
Jenny.
When did you start feeling like this, Jenny?
A couple of days ago, started feeling nauseous, then being sick.
Well, we thought it was just holiday tummy. The water in Spain isn't always that good.
Well, that's probably all it is, but I'd like to do some blood tests just to be sure it's nothing else. In the meantime, you have to stay in bed, all right?
Right.
Some end to your honeymoon, eh?
My fault. Dennis said we should go to Scotland.
Well, then, maybe you'll have to listen to your husband from now on.
You could have asked us to have run the drinks tent.
No offence, Oscar, but this is not a beer and crisps affair. I've been on the blower all afternoon trying to find high-class caterers and contacting Bentley owners' clubs, hiring marquees, etc., etc.
Well, if I was Lord Ashfordley, I wouldn't let you anywhere near the hole.
I'll have you know, Charles has every confidence in me.
Oh, Charles?
It must be true, Oscar. His lordship's been passing on financial tips to him.
Oh, I'm thinking of becoming a name. Eh? I'm meeting a pal of Charles's tomorrow, Edward Burgess, to discuss it.
A name? Well, you've already got a name. What do you want to change it for?
Don't worry about it, David.
You got some nerve, showing your face in here.
Don't you start, Oscar.
Start what?
Look, I know there's a lot of talk about Junior and me, but the baby and our marriage plans is our business, all right?
You tell him, Phil. We've got nothing to be ashamed of.
I wasn't talking about that. I was referring to your ornithologist friend.
Well, I'm doing my best, Oscar.
Hey up.
Well, have you found it? Have you apprehended the thief?
I'm afraid not yet, sir. No.
And you're sitting here drinking beer? If I was your sergeant, I'd have you down at that station doing unpaid overtime till it was found.
We're doing our best, sir.
And I shall be down at your station tomorrow to tell your sergeant that, in person.
Please lock me away and don't allow the day here inside where I
Mr. and Mrs. Wharton asked me to pop over now and then, water the plants, taking the posts and so on.
So they're away?
In Cyprus. I popped over about an hour ago and found a pane of glass broken. Oh, gosh. That cabinet was full of the most beautiful china. The Whartons are going to be terribly upset when they find out about this. There was a lovely clock on the wall there, worth hundreds apparently. And candlesticks over there, silver.
Have you seen anyone hanging around the house at all?
There were a car here earlier on.
Can you describe it?
A Ford Zephyr, I think.
What colour?
Not sure.
How are you feeling?
I'd like to say better, but
Do you want me to call Liz again?
no, not at the moment. Look, if you want to go into work,
I'm not going anywhere, Jenny, not with you like this.
Ford Zephyr? Well, that's what Mr. Craig had. It wasn't blue, was it?
She wasn't sure.
And you think there might be a connection between the removal jobs?
Both the Brooks and the Whartons are on holiday.
Yeah, but hold on, last night was just a straightforward burglary.
All the same, maybe whoever did it knew they were away and decided to strike. Got the names of the travel agents they both booked with.
Two different companies.
Yeah.
Ta very much. I've just been on to Scarborough Division, and one of the victims of the removal lorry thefts over there booked through Roy Barnsdale, as did Mr. and Mrs. Brooks.
I see.
Well, what about the couple who were raided last night?
The Whartons. They booked through a different travel agency in Ashfordley. Palm Asbury's.
Well, no connection then.
I still think we should check both these agents out, though.
If you insist.
In the meantime, Alf, if we don't find Craig's car...
Believe me, I'm doing all I can on that.
Right.
Ah, Vernon. Good to see you. Would you like a coffee?
Please.
A cup of coffee for my friend, please. So, you're interested in becoming a name?
Indeed, I am. Though I must confess a little more detail about exactly what's involved in being a name would be most welcome.
Of course, of course. Well, let's go through it in detail.
Palm Asbury?
That's right.
PC Bellamy, Ashfordley Police. Sorry to bother you. I'm investigating a break-in at a house near Aidensfield.
And why do you want to talk to me?
Well, the owners of the house, Mr. and Mrs. Wharton, are on holiday in Mallorca.
I know. They booked their holiday through me.
Well, that's why I'm here.
I don't understand.
We're looking into the possibility that somebody might have alerted the thieves to the fact that they're away.
You surely don't think I could have done that.
Oh, no. No, I'm not making any accusations.
I'm very glad to hear it.
But we do need to let the wardens know what's happened. See if there was anybody else who knew they were away.
Mm-hmm. I understand. Just one moment. Their hotel number. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. And thanks for your time. Bye-bye.
Look, you can see how busy I am.
It won't take long, Mr. Barnsdale.
Sharon, could you look after Mr. and Mrs. Coulshaw for me? Yes, of course I remember Mr. and Mrs. Brooks. What of it?
They came home yesterday to find the entire contents of the house had been stolen.
What?
Apparently someone turned up with a removal lorry whilst they were away and took everything.
That's outrageous.
The house is up for sale, but the Brooks aren't due to move out for 3 weeks.
I still don't see what this has to do with me.
You recall a couple called Pearson from Scarborough? They booked a holiday in the Algarve with you.
Well, yes, but...
They also were selling the house and had the contents stolen whilst they were away.
Are you suggesting I might have some involvement in this?
It's just an interesting coincidence.
How dare you make insinuations like that? Look, I have a business to run, and I resent you coming around here making unwarranted accusations. Let's say a ship sailing from England to the West Indies. Well, the owner of that ship will naturally want to be sure that in the event of an accident, she's insured, and that's where we come in.
But how exactly?
Well, the ship owner pays a premium to a syndicate made up of people like yourself, men of means, who are known as names.
I see.
who invariably pocket that premium at the end of the voyage. And the chance of any ship going down these days is infinitesimal. Which means that for every voyage insured, a member of the syndicate stands to make a very handsome profit without even taking his money out of the bank.
Most impressive.
Exactly what Lord Ashfordley said. As it happens, there's a ship sailing at this moment from the Canary Isles to Milford Haven in South Wales. We're insuring that voyage. Join us now and you'll be able to pocket your share of the very substantial premium.
And why not? I'd be a mug not to.
Good, good. I'll sort out the necessary paperwork as soon as possible.
Cheers. Here's to the Torrey Canyon.
How are you feeling?
Not great.
Her temperature's gone even higher. She seems really feverish.
Are you still nauseous?
A bit.
More than a bit, Jan. How long before we get the test results back?
Tomorrow, I hope.
You're still sure this is just some kind of bug, though?
I'm sure we can get you well again. And that's the main thing.
I'll show you how, Liz. You sure she'll be all right?
Yes. But I am a wee bit worried, to be honest.
What, you think it might be something else? Something serious?
Let's wait till we get the results back. Is there something else worrying you?
Oh, just something at work.
Like what?
No, it doesn't matter. Obviously, Jenny's my priority at the moment.
Of course. Well, I'll be back tomorrow. If you're worried about anything, make sure...
I have your number. Thanks, Liz.
Do you think Roy Barnsdale's hiding something?
I think it's possible. Yeah, well, I'm not convinced. Look, there's 3 cases in Scarborough of people going to move house. They go on holiday and have their houses emptied. Only one of them booked a holiday with Barnsdale, and I drew a blank with Pam Asprey.
All the same.
And there's really nothing at all to link it with the burglary at the Worsens last night.
Well, you come up with something then, Phil. I'm just trying to come up with some kind of answer to this. We've got a mini crime wave going on. Merton breathing down our necks, and some bad-tempered inspector that'll probably get us all fired if we don't get his car back.
Ah, Mr. Craig. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. I take it from your previous statement you haven't found my car.
Not yet, no. But we believe there's a possibility it was used in a burglary last night.
I'd like a word with Sergeant Merton.
Well, he's not at work today, sir. His wife is ill.
He's having the day off because his wife's ill. With this kind of thing going on. Well, you can tell him from me that if my car is not found by the time my holiday, if you can call it that now, is over, I shall be informing the inspectorate officially of the state this station is in!
Dennis, how is she?
Oh, she's had a pretty bad night. Come over here.
What lousy luck, getting sick on your honeymoon.
Well, let's hope it doesn't happen for you and Phil, eh?
Me and Phil haven't even thought about getting married yet, let alone about a honeymoon. Listen, you've got trouble at work, haven't you?
Who told you about that?
Well, this Craig fella's been staying at the pub, hasn't he?
And he's been talking about it.
He talks about nothing else. I mean, even Oscar can't get on the right side of him.
Well, I suppose I'd be miffed if I'd had my holiday ruined.
Well, listen, why don't you let me look after Jenny? You go and see if you can sort things out.
I can't leave her, Gina.
Go on. She'll be fine with me. I'm sure she'll approve.
That's really kind of you, thanks.
Go on. You get yourself down there. But don't be too hard on my Phil, eh?
Blue Ford Zephyr, registration number BAK103B. Oh, I see. Well, if you do hear anything, yeah, ta.
Morning.
Oh, Sarge. How's Jenny?
Not very well at all, I'm afraid. I wouldn't be here, only Gina's off to sit with her. So, have we made any progress with Mr. Craig's car?
I'm afraid not, Sarge.
I'll get it.
We believe it was used in a burglary last night.
Does Craig know that?
Afraid so. He said to tell you that if we don't find the car by the time he leaves Aidensfield, heads will definitely roll.
Well, for heaven's sake, keep at it. What about the removal lorry job?
Nothing definite, Sarge. We found out that the Brooks had booked their holiday through the same travel agent as one of the cases in Scarborough.
Which agent?
Roy Barnsdale.
Thank you. Couple by the name of Burton. House for sale. They got home from holiday this morning. The house has been emptied.
Right, now mate, let's get round there.
Sarge.
Do you reckon that's right?
Don't look at me. It's not my tent. Ask him.
Come on, you two, chop chop. I've got tables and chairs being delivered at any time, and the caterers will want access very soon.
We've done our best. You know what happened last time? I don't know why you don't get the professionals in to do this sort of thing.
Because it was cheaper to buy a second-hand tent and do it ourselves.
There you go. Money again.
I may have plenty of money, Bernard, but I hate wasting it. I think you'll find that's true of most self-made men.
Morning, Script.
Ah, morning.
How's it going?
Very well.
Quite sure. And I've invited one or two friends myself. I don't want a fiasco.
Well, it has been a major logistical operation, but it's all coming together now. The Bentley Owners Clubs have been fantastic. They can't wait for tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Oh, I believe from Edward Burgess that you've decided to become a name.
Yes, then I've never done it before. Can't think of a simpler way to make money.
Nor me. Well, that's something else we've got in common. Making our first voyage into the world of insurance on the Torrey Canyon.
Sarge, spoke to the neighbours. Same story. Said the removal lorry came last week and calmly loaded the lot up. Told them that Mr. and Mrs. Burton's house move had been brought forward.
Who did you book your holiday through, Mrs. Burton?
Barnsdale's, here in the town.
Right, thanks. We'll be in touch.
Thank you. There you go, Jen.
Oh, thanks. I hope this doesn't happen to you on your honeymoon.
Me too. We haven't even started to think about wedding plans. Too busy thinking about the baby. And anyway, we can't get married yet while I'm still the pub licensee. It's absolutely crazy. Because of some daft police rule, I'm supposed to give up my job, my livelihood, all to marry the father of my child. I'll tell you what, the way I'm feeling right now, I'm just not going to do it. I mean, would you? Jenny? Jenny? Liz? Liz, it's Gina. Look, I'm with Jenny. You better get over here quick.
Is Mr. Barnsdale in, please?
Mr. Barnsdale.
Now what? I understand you arranged a holiday for a Mr. and Mrs. Burton from Ashfordley.
That's right, Corfu. What of it?
Well, they arrived home to find all their belongings had been stolen by thieves posing as removal men. As did Mr. and Mrs. Brooks and another couple in Scarborough.
Look, I've just about had enough of this.
If it's a coincidence, Mr. Barnsdale, it's a pretty unlikely one.
So what are you suggesting? That I've been hiring a removal lorry? Going round to these houses and robbing them myself?
Oh, you've been tipping someone else off so they can do it?
That's outrageous.
Has to be some explanation.
Well, I've no idea. Maybe Sharon's been doing it.
Do you have any information which could help us, miss?
Oh, don't be silly.
I think you can let the young lady speak for herself, sir.
I'm sorry, I can't help. Except, there was something odd about the Burtons' booking.
Yes? What was that?
Well, they told us they'd been going to book with another agency, but our price was lower. We booked the holiday. Then I remember getting a phone call from someone saying she was Mrs. Burton, checking the price and saying we'd not sent her the travel documents. So I apologised and told her we'd do it immediately. No sooner had I put the phone down when Mrs. Burton walked through the door. Well, I told her about the phone call and she couldn't explain it.
So the Burtons were originally going to book with another agent?
Asprey's.
Right. Thank you for helping us.
Don't mention it. Unfortunate. I was looking for you. I've got the paperwork for you to sign.
Oh, splendid.
I was going to sign Charles up too, but he's out.
Indeed, gone to the races.
Never mind, I'll pop back later and see him. Here we are.
Bernard! Bernard! Just take this banner, will you? Thank you.
Just sign here.
Bon voyage, Corrie Canyon.
Sure it will be. No, I'd love one of those.
Yes, well, you should pop back tomorrow when the rally's on. I'm sure there's some enthusiast will find you one.
Yeah, I might just do that.
Excellent. Well, if you'll excuse me, I must just get the boys to put this banner up.
Thanks for your help. Apparently there's one of the director of the company.
And his name?
Brian Parker.
Brian Parker?
You know him?
Oh, yes. But we know his son, Kevin, even better.
Yeah, we did it for a string of burglaries a few years back. He's in Armley.
You sure he's still there?
Well, we can soon find out.
Well, let's do that. In the meantime, I think we need to find someone we can persuade to go away for a while.
And get them to book holiday through Pam Asbury.
Exactly.
Well, we'd need somebody who was selling the house.
Not necessarily. The Whartons got burgled. They weren't selling the house.
Yeah, we don't know if it was done by the same people who did the removal job.
Ashfordley Police.
But we know that they booked their holiday through Pam Asbury.
Of course. I'll tell him. Sarge, that was Gina. Jenny's been taken into hospital.
Let's do this way.
Jenny. What's happened, Liz?
I got the results of the blood test. She's got hepatitis.
That's serious, isn't it?
If it were hepatitis B, it would be, but Jenny has hepatitis A. It's a nasty infection and it can make you very ill, but she will be fine.
You sure?
Really, she's going to be okay. I have to head back to the surgery.
Of course. Thanks, Liz. Liz? After all you've done for Jenny, I hardly dare ask for more help, but, do you have any plans for the weekend?
I hope all these people who promised to come are as good as their word.
There are times, Bernard, when your scepticism can be tiresome.
And there are times when it's more than justified.
Mr. Bernard, look! Oh, ye of little faith.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your holiday.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Hello. How can I help you?
I'm not sure, really. I may have left it too late.
Left what too late?
It's my boyfriend's birthday tomorrow, and I was hoping to take him away for a week somewhere. Somewhere romantic. Paris, maybe?
Tomorrow. You have left it to the last minute.
So you can't help, then?
I didn't say that. Hold on. Paris might be difficult, but, how about Amsterdam?
Even better.
We've a special. A week for two in Amsterdam. £60 all in.
Wonderful.
You'd have to catch a flight tonight.
Oh, that's fine. We could make that.
Good. Now, if I could have your name and address, please.
Liz Merrick. Dr. Liz Merrick.
Doctor? Who's going to look after your patients while you're away?
Oh, I have a locum coming in tomorrow. He's going to be staying at my flat above the surgery.
That's nice. Someone to water your plants for you, eh?
Exactly.
And the address?
Reservation Society. God save the
Congratulations. Looks like you have a major success on your hands.
Thank you, Charles, and thank you for having faith that I could pull it off.
Well, I must confess, I wasn't entirely sure, but as you say, you are a different man these days, huh? Oh, some friends of mine are arriving. Excuse me.
Of course. Mr. Burton, you know you're looking for a Bentley for your friend? Oh, for Edward Burgess, yes. Yeah, or Mr. Scripps, he reckons he might have found one for you. Oh!
Gina, I think you and I should have a little chat.
Oh, look, Oscar, if you're going to start lecturing me about Phil and the baby...
Actually, I'm not. Now, you may have set tongues wagging in this village, but mine hasn't been one of them. I may be old-fashioned, I may have preferred you to have done things a bit differently, but believe it or not, at this moment in time, my main concern is for your happiness.
I know. I know I've been ratty, but this business about the licence has really got to me.
Well, there's no way around it, Gina. You can't be a licensee and marry a copper, that's it.
Oh, what, so I'm just supposed to say yeah, like a meek little woman, and give it all up?
I'm prepared to take the licence over from you.
That's not the point, Oscar. I love this place. I love my job.
Rules are rules, I'm afraid.
It's a stupid rule. I'm not having my life ruined by a bunch of sour-faced old coppers with nothing better to do.
Now, you have remembered that I'm leaving tomorrow.
How could we forget, Mr. Craig?
Yes, well, there's still no sign of my car. I shall therefore have to go by train. And in the circumstances, I shall expect you to give me a lift to the station.
Of course.
I'd like to say it's been a very pleasant stay, but that hardly would be true, would it? The Chief Inspector is going to be most interested to hear what I have to tell him about your former colleagues.
My word!
It's a 1928 4.5 litre.
This is splendid. I'm sure Edward will snap this up.
Don't know how much the owner wants for it.
Where is he?
Over there somewhere.
Let's go and have a chat.
Sarge. Brian Parker's son Kevin got out 3 months ago.
Which means there's every chance he's involved in this.
You really think they'll target the surgery tonight?
Well, I can only hope so. We're running out of time to sort this out.
Morning.
Oh, hello.
Have you seen Vernon?
Yeah, he's over there somewhere. Oh, he's found this car for you.
For me? Really?
Yeah, he thought you'd like it. Would you like to,
I certainly would.
Do you like it?
It's superb.
I thought you would. We've had a chat with the owner about the price.
And?
He's asking 8,000, but he's prepared to negotiate. I should think you get it for a bit less.
Let's go and close the deal.
Come with me, then. £8,000? For a car?
You'll probably make that much each from insuring that ship.
Hey?
Did Vernon not tell you all about that?
Oh, yeah, well, I didn't really understand it, to be honest.
It's called the Torrey Canyon.
You what?
Sailing to Milford Haven.
I don't think it's going to get there. It's had a bit of a crash. Look.
Oh, dear.
Bernard! Bernard! Not now, Bernard.
This is important.
What is?
That ship you insured. It's on the rocks off the coast of Cornwall.
Hey?
See for yourself.
Oh, my God.
Let me see. I don't believe this.
Oh, look at the photograph. Says the ship's breaking up.
I'll have to find out about this, Vernon. I'll be in touch.
How much exactly do you stand to lose?
I pledged everything on that ship, Bernard.
Everything?
Vernon, I've been trying to get a word all afternoon. Congratulations. It's been the most fantastic day.
Torrey Canyon. She scuppered herself.
Good heavens. Well, I got that one right then.
Sorry.
Well, I telephoned Burgess last night. Told him the idea was tremendous, but well, I asked myself if I could possibly take the risk, however remote, of losing all this. Well, the answer was no.
I see.
Did you sign up? Oh, dear, I am most terribly sorry. Still, you've had setbacks before. What? I mean, you'll bounce back, I'm sure. The invoice for the hire of the grounds. Seems like rather a lot, but, you did insist.
I think it went past.
They've turned off.
Sarge. They're here. We think it's the Parkers. Right.
Right, hold still. You're under arrest.
You're nicked.
Hi, Vern. What's wrong with you?
He's had a bit of a setback.
Bit of a setback.
That ship he insured's run aground.
You're joking.
Covered half the Scilly Isles with crude oil.
Yeah. Well, I knew he was getting out of his depth.
Oscar. Here you are, Vern. That's on me.
I lost everything. Everything.
You can't have lost everything.
Oh, yes, I can.
Hiya. What's happened?
We arrested Pam Asprey, too.
Good. So I helped.
You certainly did.
I only wish I had the holiday.
How's she doing, anyway?
See for yourself.
Hi.
How are you feeling?
Better.
Now, don't get too carried away. You may develop jaundice and you will feel well below par for a week or two.
Yeah, so everyone keeps telling me.
Now, the good news is, though, you can go home.
What now?
Yeah.
That's wonderful.
I'll call in on you later.
Thanks, Liz.
Jenny, please, never do that again.
I'll try not to.
Anyway, how's work? Did you get that problem sorted?
That remains to be seen. Ah, Mr. Craig.
Morning, Mr. Craig.
Morning. We caught these thieves red-handed last night.
Really? Well, don't look to me for praise. If you've apprehended some villains, you've just been doing your job.
Oh, of course, sir. Now, since you're here, would you care to take a quick tour of the station? I think you'll find everything as it should be.
Thank you, that won't be necessary. Are those the people who've been using my car?
I'm afraid so, sir.
So it's wrecked. Well, I told you if it wasn't returned safely, but...
One moment, sir. Crane, have you made arrangements for Mr. Craig's car?
Yes, Sarge. If you'd like to make your way out to the front.
Not a scratch on it, I think you'll find, sir.
Yes, well, I wouldn't get too complacent. At the very least, I shall make sure whoever inspects your station goes through the place with a fine-tooth comb. Anything untowards, and I wouldn't like to be in your shoes.
Of course, sir.
What do you reckon to our chances?
I think we're home and dry.
I think that went rather well. Don't you, Sarge?
Don't push your luck, Ventress.
Mass tourism is upon us, David, and the caravan is leading the way.
He's gorgeous, aren't you?
In cases like yours, there are people who can help.
I'm not letting welfare take him.
You'll be fine. There's a chemistry between you two. The audience will see it immediately. You'll be a sensation.